The sound of splitting. Its aggressive, persistent tone. To some, like me, it's near horrifying. To others, it's the sound of a mark. Their mark. As jarring and uncomfortable as it may seem, it's intimate. At least that's what Zack tells me. A great deal of tattoo artists get on by recreating works, yet some, like Zack, hold on tight to the intimate process. He talks with his clients, and together they come to a piece that looks and feels right. It's true to everyone, unique every time. Before the studio, Zack brought us to Cask and Larder. It's where the rising foodie culture meets our more southern roots.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
A very privileged life, I think.
Yeah, and that's a thing that's funny. Like, people bitch about our city a lot, I feel like, and it's just like, have you ever just sat down and really looked at where you are?
Yeah.
Like, we have that big city mentality, like, but we're still a really small town, so we get to have that self-sustainability and that culture and that drive for, you know, the better things in life without being lost in it, which is awesome. Like, I had a conversation with Greg once about how I feel about food, why I'm such a foodie.
Yeah.
Because I love to cook and I love playing with flavors and doing things that don't make sense with food. But I feel like this is the pinnacle of human evolution. This plate of food is why humans are humans. Like, we only need food and water to survive. Water you can't dress up too much. You throw fruit in it or vegetables, you know, whatever. Flavor water, big deal. But food is something that you have to have. And the idea that you can sit down and collect resources from all over the world to make a plate of food that is entirely unnecessary to your survival taste this way to pinpoint that specific sense, and you spend all of this time. And like, this is ridiculous. Like, there's carrots and kale and shrimp and this catfish is ridiculous, but like, someone sat down and was like, we have the resources and the availability to make the most incredible thing that you don't need in order to survive, but we're going to do it anyways because we can. Like, damn it, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's so tied to the culture and the environment you grew up in. Like, food speaks more for culture, I think, than anywhere in the world. And just like before, like, no one hates any kind of food. I like that.
No, and it's true, and it's just, you might have had it wrong, or you might have had it in a really bad way for whatever reason, but you do not hate a food. You just haven't had it right yet.
That's correct.
And you know, I'm finding that out more and more and more.
This is my favorite thing to do in Orlando, is get a close group of friends together and just experience our city. Like, I like to just be in my city, like spending a day where you have no stress and experiencing some aspect that you've never seen before, which you can do almost every day. You can go into a place you've never been before, look around, see what it's about, and then just like do the next thing.
And we did exactly that. We stopped downtown for some popsicles at the Pop Parlor, a tiny business selling homemade popsicles in an eclectic mix of flavors. Later on, we grabbed craft drinks at the Woods, a somber oasis in the bustling nightlife of downtown Orlando. It's so easy to take a glance and write anything off. But if you look closely, dig a little, and take a moment to listen, you may be surprised at the beauty beneath the world around you. The more time I spend with Zack, the more layers to him and Orlando are peeled off, revealing something more interesting than I'd ever seen before.
He's from Miami or something.
So cool.
Yeah.
I've been here too long.